Hey guys, this is Laurel of the Dabbling Hook, or Rel of the Dabbling Hook. I'm enjoying some orange pekoe. I've been looking for this tea, which just fell, for a while because it's nostalgic. It's one of the first teas we drank when we came up here. And I think it was a Lipton type way back when, and then it disappeared. But this is Twinings. Anyway, I bought it because, one, it's the orange pekoe, but two, hold on. I love the colors on this packaging. It's just, it warms my heart. Anyway, how is everyone? And this is hot. Hopefully this won't be, well, I shouldn't say it's going to be quick. It'll be a little long because I am going to put in the first, I think, 5 or 6 minutes of the Fiber Festival that I attended this past weekend, or Sunday. And you are probably going to hear screaming and yelling, and probably, what's the word? I don't want to get myself in trouble saying a bad word on here, but I'm going to Homer Simpson him. Minion 1, they are home early today because we're getting a snowstorm, and it must be, or it probably will be bad because they called since last night to say that it was going to be a half day because this is going to be a PM storm in the afternoon. So, yeah, they enjoyed a half day. They were home before noon today, which was awesome, and hear his voice. Doesn't it always happens? Oh. I'm going to see if he's going to come down. They're probably going to be yelling at each other soon. Oh, there he comes. Hold on. No. I'm holding on because I'm going to have to pause because he's going to be shirtless coming down. I guess not. Anyway, so they're home early. Snow's falling. If I remember, I'll put in the clip that I took. Oh, hang on. I'm recording. Are you shirtless?
Yes.
While I'm recording.
I have a...
Good Lord, help me. Are you going to come through? Oh, quietly. Can I get... Oh, thank you for the permission to continue. Anyway, as I was trying to say, they're home early. I'm going to keep looking over here because my computer's plugged in and it's distracting. It's distracting. And it's snowing, and the snow is coming down at a pretty good clip right now, so... Anyway, before all light is gone, oh boy, I figured I would do a quick recording. So, like I said, the first few minutes will be of the Fiber Festival I attended. For some reason, he insists on using my water bottle. Mind you, if he has a cup of water or anything and I go to take a sip, God forbid.
Tastes like lemonade.
Seta, he likes the lemon. I put the lemon crystals in my water, and between that and Debbie, your water bottle, he seems to just, he says it comes up smooth. I don't know what that means, but the combination of your water bottle, Debbie, and the lemon crystal, Seta, every time he passes by, he takes this guzzle from my water. Anyway, for the 5th time, I'm going to put in a clip of the Fiber Festival. I didn't do a lot of videoing during the event. 1, I forgot. 2, it was just too crowded and too much of a tight space. And it wasn't just a space dedicated to the festival. It's a everyday market where you have you know, stalls and not restaurants, but little food stall, not stalls really, just they're part of the sorry, my computer keeps going to sleep. They're part of the market. So I'll put in pictures and you'll see Dorian. I thought it was just going to be myself and my sister, but he came with us, so we had a grand old time. And once that's done, I will come back. Okay, hey guys. We are, where are we? And where are we going?
Harvard Square.
And then? And then we are going to the Boston Farm and Fiber Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, say hi, Dorian.
Hello, YouTube.
All right. We will have clips of the day. Yes. Because Dorian wants to be in. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at who's a weaver, huh? Look at you, huh? You're actually doing that. What do you think? It's fine?
You guys doing okay?
Not bad. Hi, so it's the end of the day. We didn't do any video at the Fiber Festival because it was crowded and noisy, and he says I was lazy. He wanted to do a clip, but it was just, there was no opportunity. It was just crowded and noisy and very tight space. But I did get to see AlexCreates, and I will insert a picture. He was like the first person. We were walking in and there he was, and I didn't think we'd stay to see him spin, but we did, so I'll put that in as well. Anything else to say? Oh look, we are on the bus. This is the T. There. The MBTA. The Mass Bay Transit Authority. Oh, and we got a police car right there, keeping an eye on Dorian. Because he's being a little boob. And he's wanted to do a clip all day long.
And if you ever want to explore this place and see a new transit system, go to, if you search, you go to Massachusetts, and then you take the T. So, I put that down below if anyone wants to, you know, go to, just to explore around here, and it's a really good place.
Yeah, I think he's like volunteering to be your guide. He's kept us on track all day long. his mom would have gotten us seriously lost.
Oh my god, no.
she would have gotten us seriously lost, but he kept us on track and where to go.
Not.
So.
Please, Mom. Please stand there, Mom. No. You dare not.
Okay, so anyway, it was a fun, long day. I'm tired. We're on the bus because part of the trainway was closed, so we had to take shuttles. So I hope you guys can hear me because it's very loud on here.
The engine, because it's very loud because the engine's in the back, so...
Yeah, we're sitting right at the back by the engine.
That's why it's so loud. Sorry for all the noises.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you can see his face, but it's covered in schmutz from our lunch. Anyway, I will talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
By the way, this is the bag I took with me. Look familiar? And this is the project I was working on. It is the Moroccan tiled cowl. I am using kind of half of Mowgli's pattern and half of somebody else's. It's modified from the Mowgli's. This is Dorian's hat. But yeah, this is my project. This is the second one I am making of this. I finished one last night, but I decided not to wear it. Alright, bye! Okay, so, and ignore the scraggly hair. I am going chemical free. I shouldn't say chemical free, relaxer free. And I'm in that in-between stage where I have no idea what to do with my hair because I haven't taken care of my hair really since I was 13, 14. So anyway, so that was the Fiber Festival. I wasn't sure if I was going to go, and then I decided when I saw that AlexCreates, if you guys aren't on Instagram, I follow him on Instagram. He's out of New York. He is a dyer, spinner. He crochets, he knits. So he was going to be there as one of the speakers, and he demonstrated, so you would have seen that in the clips. And I was hoping to at least see him. And as we were walking in, he was the first one that I saw that I knew anyway, or that I would have least have recognized. So gave him a huge hug, extra tight for Z. I ended up sending her a picture because I knew she would just love that, right? So I saw him, and he was just coming in, going to set up. So, you know, we did the picture and all that, and then he went about his way. But one of the things that happened was, or that kept happening, everyone, I had a hat on, and everyone kept asking me if that was his yarn, which it was. And even when we were out going to get lunch, this woman, young woman, she probably was in her early 20s, she was walking, and I happened to turn, and I noticed her like almost a little too close, I guess, and then she goes, "Excuse me, would that happen to be Alex's yarn, AlexCreates yarn?" I'm like, yes it is. And I'm like, oh, you know, he's going to be there, and he's going to be demonstrating. And she's like, yeah, I can't stay, I had to go, but yeah. So the hat is this. And I made this, was it either last year or in 2017? I can't remember. If I remember, I'll go back and check, but I made it. I bought this, he dyes these ombre cakes of yarn, and the one I actually wanted was like a golden, because you know I like my yellow, a golden color, but it was out, so I got this one instead, and I don't regret it at all. Isn't it just gorgeous? It looks like I did like Fair Isle type work, and it's just all the yarn. So I must have gotten stopped at least a half dozen times or asked about if this was his yarn. So this is my hat that I wore. Let's see if I don't. Now, ever since I made it, I've never worn it. So it's been sitting there probably a year. I don't remember when I made it. So since I decided to go and he was going to be there, I decided to, I hope you didn't hear that. I decided to wear it. And so when I first walked up to him, I'm like, ah! I'm like, okay, you don't know me, but I know who you are. And he goes, well, I know that yarn. So, you know, it made it less stalkerish and all that. So this is the hat that I made out of his yarn. Actually, it went all the way up to where it was all the natural color, and there was like light speckling. And I had a little bit left, and I made a headband out of that, knitted. And I've worn it a couple of times, but my cast off was very tight, so I don't wear it as often. But that was that. Yeah, so that was the festival. It was my very first, and it was fun. Dorian had a good time. You saw that he was, he got a quick lesson on the weaving loom, and he took right off. And then he and my sister, towards the end, the way the whole place was set up, we almost missed a whole bunch of vendors who were around a corner. So when we finally found them, they had activities there for people, and needle felting was one of them. And so I mentioned it to my sister, and she went to look, and then next thing I knew, I'm sitting there waiting, like, where are they? And so they had made themselves comfortable and needle felting away, and she absolutely loved it. So I bought her, I don't think I put in a picture. If I have it, I'll put it in. I bought her a little needle felting kit. So she took that home, and she just texted me a little while ago, and she was actually hoping that school gets canceled tomorrow so they can stay home and needle felt. So I think, you know, a new monster has been born. So that was that. That was a good time. It's getting a little chilly right now. Even the huge plows are out already, so that's not a good sign. So, the rest of this, there isn't a whole lot that I've done. I'm still working on, I'm going to be bending. I'm still working on the last of the 3 hat order, and I was hoping to get it done, but I just, you know, if this was crochet, I would have gotten like, you know, 3, 4, 5, actually I did, or more hats done already, but, yeah, no. So this is the last. I'm actually doing, my Algonquin pattern, and I think I'm casting on the same number of stitches. My pattern used a number 5 worsted, which I think was the wool spun, or number 5 bulky, not worsted. And this I have it tripled, and I cast on the larger size, and it still looks small, but I'm not going to stop because this is the second time I'm doing it. So I need to work on that, and I need to finish that this week. The other 2 are done, and where did I put it? Hang on. Oops. I don't think I was done with this last time. So this is the dad's hat, and it looks tiny, but it stretches. And it's so much brighter on camera than it is. It's more of a dark blue, dark navy blue than it's showing on the screen because of the light. But it is a free pattern by Woolly Wormhead. I did change it a bit. Her decreases, I thought it was going to be something more involved because her patterns are very involved. I wouldn't say involved, intricate. But it's just a basic rib, and she did a what is it, a 6x2, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6x2, and her decreases was, had you decrease, you know, the standard knit 2 together, but I kept it with the pattern, and I decreased by doing purl 2 together instead, so it looks a little different than her top. So I hope this isn't too short for the dad, but we'll see. And it's got lots of stretch because of the ribbing, so even though it looks tiny, it'll fit baby, dad, and working on mom. All right, next, what else did I do? The other thing I'm going to show is my last, well, not last, but my oldest whip, because I have a couple new ones that I started, but that doesn't count, because I'm actually working on those. But my oldest whip. But let me just show what I have. Do I have anything else in progress? No. I will put in a clip, though, of, actually, let me show what I have on hand. Then I'll put in a clip of, I do four hats to send, and I did mail them already to Billy, the Crafty Floridian, and she should be receiving those today. Today's Tuesday, by the way. And yeah, so because I was mailing them and I wouldn't have them to show, I did post them on Instagram already, but I'll throw in the clip of me showing it right before I was about to put it in the mail, since I can't speak today.
Hey guys, this is Laurel. Just a quick video because I am going to put these in the mail today. These are some hats that I did for the Crafty Floridians Hats for Kids. So, first is this one. This is the that ribbed hat that we all were doing for a while there. Excuse me. So this is done in Red Heart with Love, and this green is a bamboo silk blend that I've had in my stash forever. So I decided, because I was running out of this one, so I decided to just stripe some in to try to make it go as far as possible. And for the hat, I didn't do the full cinch at the top. I actually decreased quite a few rows, and I think I ended up with just a few stitches, maybe like 12 or so at the top before I cinched it, so less bulky. Okay, next is this one. This is just a basic increase, and then I did alternating double crochets and front posts here with a front post, back post ribbing. I ended it with I think a half double crochet row, and this is from the Karen Big Cakes that I think the color was no idea, don't remember, but anyway, it's gone a long way and it's finally come to its end. Okay, from the same cake, this is from the same cake, so this one and that one, and the colors look so different, but they're all from the same cake. This is the ribbing hat, but just from top down. This is one I used to make a lot in the past. So top down, and then again I was running out, so I added in some of the Red Heart with Love, the sparkle. I forgot to say it's I think it's called sparkle, but anyway, I added some of that. So this could have been either boy or girl, but with the sparkle now, I guess it's just gonna be a girl. Just saw my foot in my Crocs. Yeah, so that's that. This one might be just a tad bigger than normal, so maybe it might fit one of the teachers. And this is just a what did I use? I think it was a half double crochet camel stitch. Yep. Then last is my favorite, which is the divine hat. And the original divine hat pattern comes with this type of ribbing to end, but I haven't really done that ever since I first started making them. I like to just do completely different edgings. I've done this type of edging on it, and now my favorite is doing the applied ribbing. So because it's top down, you have to do the ribbing at the end. So that's what this is. And this is in one of the Stitch Studios, the Stitch Studio Classic yarn. It's really soft. So, and this is just a fleck one. Alright, I will be putting that in the mail today. Thanks, guys.
Alright, so those are the hats that I sent to her, and the green is that skein of Karen Big Cakes that I've had forever. I'm tempted to put those in the, what is it? Love Your Stash, I think. Crochet Your Stash. The one by Hannah of the Cozy Cottage Crochet. I might go and enter that in there. But anyway, most of that was that yarn, and then I had some other partial skeins that I used for the others. Anyway, so what else I was doing? These. I saw this. This is the Moroccan tile pattern that Moogly first brought out, and there's been a couple of people who've done variations flat on YouTube. I did her basket last year or the year before, and I have it up there, which I won't bring down because it's got yarn in there. Is that you again?
Yes, I'm calm to get lemon water.
Anyway, oh man, my hair looks so scraggly. Anywho, so I saw on Melody's Crochet on her last video, I think, that she had done the cowl, and I had been meaning to make one since I made the basket, but you know, that squirrel problem we have where you get distracted by everything. And then I think Z made one, and then I'm like, all right, I need to make one. So I did this one, and this is the dark portion. Oh, and my nails are all cracked, so they are snagging on everything. Ooh. Is Scarfy yarn. I did a project 1.5 years ago, and I've had a couple of skeins extra of Scarfy yarn just sitting there. So that's what that is. And then the green and blue, that is Big Twist Premium. I wanted to do 3 colors, but I didn't want it to get too tall. So that's that. And then I did another one because I wanted more of the stained glass look that the pattern usually has. So I took some Deep Stash, and maybe I will into this too. Both of these are, this is Deep Stash, and this is just Stash. And is this considered color work? Oh, this is the back. You can see the San Andreas fault right here. But it's not bad. Somebody has a color work Cal going. So is this considered, or do you have to like hold the yarn going around? Anyway, so this is Landscape that I got on clearance eons ago, and it was literally in the back. I think he's enjoying this. They don't want to be on video with me, but they like to make their appearances. So Landscape in black, and I completely forget what the color one is, but I like this one a lot. The one thing with the Landscape, I took this with me, as you saw in the clip of the Fiber Festival with me, but it gets fuzzy, especially the black one. Yeah, I'm terrible at this. Can you see the fuzz? It gets very fuzzy. It's not really showing, but it is super fuzzy. Not terrible fuzzy, but it's fuzzy. Like when I finished it, it looks like I had, you know, worn it a couple of times already. So yeah, I love the colors, but I don't know how I feel about the yarn. Maybe this is just the wrong project. But I took Z's bag, Yarn is Life bag, with me, and I spent a good 10-15 minutes, what is that called? Lint roller, taking all that black fuzz off of it. So those are the 2 finished items that I have, and I don't think I really have, oh wait, I don't have much finished items. This was just palette cleansers that I did. So, the little octo, and I forgot to put in the eyes, so then I just, oops. I just embroidered it on, and then I had a little leftover yarn, so I just made So this I had just on my bag at the festival, and it's just 2 flowers that I sewed together and put a little stuffing in it and put a little face on it. You get your little keychain. So, and this yarn is actually another really deep stash, and it's bamboo. It's a bamboo silk blend. It's a Peyton's bamboo silk blend. So I think that's all. I took, this is my Mr. Fancy Pants. This is my own my Amineko cat. And he used to travel with me everywhere for a couple years. And I went into a bag I had hanging there, and I'm like, oh, I forgot he was in there. So I took him with us, and my sister, she loves doing little videos and doing little silly videos with him. So she was entertaining herself on the train while Dorian kept me busy. Yeah, that's it. The other thing, I only bought one thing at the festival, by the way. The yarns, there weren't a whole lot of, actually no. In the beginning we thought there weren't a whole lot of yarn vendors, but like I said, there was a section where we completely would have missed a bunch of people. But most of the yarns that they had were very, I think rustic is the word that most people would use. They were very woolly. Even the merino, 100% merino, wasn't as soft as we're used to. I think I'm pretty sure they were non-superwash. That I didn't look at. And what you're probably hearing, that's the plow going right by the window. But I bought one. I wanted to buy local, as in from Massachusetts, but none of the vendors there, or at least the ones I saw, didn't have any non-rustic. It was just a little too much for me. I'm not at that stage yet where I'd even do anything with it. But there were maybe 2 or 3 people from Vermont and Maine. I think there were three vendors from Mass, 2 from Connecticut, and Vermont and Maine I think made up the rest. And this one is from Connecticut, so I bought a little closer to home. But I bought 100% alpaca. Oh, there we go. So Burgess Brooks alpaca. 4 ounces, 200 yards, worsted weight, and it's soft. But there was in the clip of the festival, there's a sign that says Boston Farm and Fiber, and they under there they were selling this alpaca that was, oh my gosh, it was literally like butter. Like, this is soft, but this one was just, it was so soft. But I think it was all fingering, and nope, wasn't gonna do this. So that's all I bought. I bought Dorian a little sheep on wheels, so it's just the batting rolled around the form, and they were little wheels on it with a little cord that you can pull. So he got that. Other than that, we went to the Hard Rock Cafe for lunch. Yeah, we didn't do much shopping at all. Oh, and I bought my sister the needle felting, and I've got fiber in my mouth. I bought her the needle felting kit. So that, I believe, is all that I have going for right now. I need to finish, excuse me, I need to finish the hat. I really do. I haven't worked on anything else. Only other acquisitions, I bought some yarn, and they're gorgeous. And one, even though I'm pretty sure at the time I knew it was fingering, by the time it came, I'm like, what was I thinking? And I think it's just because what she had for worsted was in the colors that I wanted. But colors, let's see. Let me do it this way. So there's this gorgeous, and one day I'll get this right. There you go. That is about true to color. This burgundy color. It is 100% superwash merino, And like I said, it feels soft compared to what was at the Fiber Festival. So I'm pretty sure those were not superwash. So this is a DK. It's the colorway is called Date Night. Yeah. And then my first mohair. And this is a brown. My computer's not plugged in, so it's going to sleep. So this is a brown. And it's, talk about thin. It's like a thread. Like a sewing thread thin. So I plan on, the brown has a halo of this, this maroony gorgeousness here. So I planned on putting these together, and I'd forgotten that I bought from, where did I put the card? I bought from Mitchell's Creations. She is on Etsy. And I bought this from her. This is called Blackened Seasoning, I believe. Yes. Look at that. Gorgeousness, gorgeousness. So, I plan on putting all of them together and see how they work out. You can't see it, but... oh, look at that. That right there, that's a good one. I plan on putting them all together into a hat because this can't be hidden. And I don't think I have enough for a shawl because it would be really tiny. So that was that, and the one from, and this were my only acquisitions of late. And hopefully there won't be any. So the last thing, the last of my whips. Oh, I lied. Columbo. Where did I put it? Oh, behind me. Hold on. I got, and I don't know what I did with the other one. Oh, there it is. I got bags from Ella. And everyone, this seems to be the very popular one, the most popular one, because I've seen, I think Summer got it, Rose likes yarn, or somebody else got this same one. I think even the Crafty Floridian, maybe. Somebody else, like 2 or 3 people I've seen had this, so. It's the set, it's the project bag, and this. So I'm not sure if I'm going to hold this for a giveaway. I do have, actually, I think I still have Kim the Crafty Nomad's bag for a giveaway. So let's see if we hit 500, and then we'll see, because I'm pretty sure I have Kim's bag, Angelia's bag, and I like the llama, so I don't know if I'm going to give this up. But right now it's there, it's empty, and that's it. So let me show you my oldest. You had to have heard that. It's a humongous truck. I think it's the salt truck. My house is on our street inclines, not incline. Goes down, whatever you call that. It goes down a hill, and we are the second house down the hill, and unfortunately we're on the corner, which is fortunate because we don't have people that close, but a lot of cars tend to come down our street to turn around to go back up, and this time of year a lot of them get stuck because of the weather, and especially in the middle of the night you would hear like a car revving and skidding going up, and it's just the worst thing to get woken up in the middle of the night, but I digress. So my oldest, where is it? My oldest whip has got to be over 10 years old. I'm pretty sure I started it when Minion 2 was young, very young. Well, of course when he was young, but when he was really young. I just can't remember how long ago, but he's 13, so it's got to be about 10 years. Between 8 and 10 years, I would say. But anyway, it is made out of, or I was making it out of Lion Brand suede, which they no longer have. And this is a number 4 Number 4 worsted, which I don't even think they put that on there back then. That's how, nope, it's a number 5 bulky, which there's no way this is a number 5 bulky. It's a number 4. I started a me blanket because the color I first got it was from a big box clearance place. They always get the overstock when a store goes out of business, or just when a store has overstock. And this was the first color. This is just way oranger than, it's more of a darker color than this. More like hair. So, is that you, Minion 2?
Uh-huh.
I'm recording. Say hi.
I'm gonna eat.
So this is, I forget what colorway this is. I didn't bring it. But I love this color, and that's why I bought almost everything they had. And then there was this brown. This is coffee. I want to say this was rust, but I don't remember. And then this one is ecru. So these are the 3 colors that I was using, or am using. And like I said, I started this so long ago, I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, I did. I picked it up after a few years, and maybe it is bulky because it looks like I was using an end hook, because I had one of my, I can't see that, one of my stitch markers on it. But I started making a me blanket, and it's a, now that I look at it, this is the, basically it's the corner to corner straight, the crosshatch I think it's called. I think when I found it, the stitch that I used was called the carriage stitch, which is basically the corner to corner done flat. So I'm going to stand up. This is it. And oh man, I just got that error message, so that means I won't be able to import it. Hang on. Okay. Hopefully that didn't change too much, because I just had to lower the something on here. Hopefully I don't get that error message. Anyway, so this is the blanket. This is where I am. It's about, when I'm sitting down, it's to my feet and it comes up to the booby. And it's enough for one person. I think you can squeeze like a child underneath next to you. But the problem with this is the yarn does not glide well on any hooks I've tried. It's just, it's very sticky and grabby, and it resists a lot, and it just makes it so unpleasant to work with. So, which is why this has gotten zero love. This looks black, but it's the brown. It's gotten zero love in probably 2 years. I think it's 2 years ago that I last picked it up. And I do plan on finishing it, because I have this is one of the IKEA bags that I have it in, and I have another one full of yarn to add to this, because I just, oh, fiber. I planned on going till I run out, and if I decide to stop, then I'm gonna have to donate that yarn. So if I decide before the end of the year, I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do with it. And if I decide to stop, then I'll have a bunch of yarn that I'll need to get rid of, because I don't know, I don't think I have patience for it. And it's time to go, because I can feel a good hot flash coming. So that's all I have right now. I haven't been getting a whole lot done. What's in here? This is the unraveled mitten cowl, the stash busting cowl, and I had done these last time. I'd shown them, but the yellow one was way too big, so I had to take it back. So I've since redone it, and they're about the same size, and if it's not quite, then it'll get stretched into size, but it's better than it was last time. I think tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow is when the third one is coming out. So I kind of like that one because you get time to make up. It's not every week, it's every other week, so you're not rushing. And on that note, I think that's it for now. This feels like it's going to be extra long, and I hope I don't have issues uploading. And until then, oh, I always forget to say welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the interaction. And I'm almost caught up on everybody's videos, but I do have a few. It's just been an odd week. Not incredibly hectic or anything, just nothing's getting done. But anyway, oh, in Debbie's video, I hope everything is good. That explosion is just ridiculous. I hope they figure out what it is, because I was telling her the same thing happened about 20 years ago right across the street from my parents' house. And that lot to this day still has not been built on. It was, the house was basically, the house that was there, like one half of it was just basically gone. And that one was because they were doing, the gas company was doing work on the street, and we don't know exactly what happened, but they were blaming between the gas company and their contractor. They were lobbying blame back and forth. So that house was gone, and in 20 years nothing's been done. Almost 20 years, nothing's been done there. So I hope they figured out what happened. All right, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.